What's up, what's up, what's up, you beautiful and sexy you? You are tuned in to Get What You Want with host Jessica Brothers. Sharing these secrets to feeling powerful, healthy, and ageless so you can stop that cycle you're in and break free to live the incredible quality of life you deserve. Welcome to the Get What You Want podcast. This episode is sponsored by freehealthybook.com. If you would like to know why you feel tired, unmotivated, and can't lose that last weight, and how to start feeling powerful, healthy, and ageless, then go to freehealthybook.com. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Get What You Want podcast. We have an incredible guest today where we're going to talk about the healing power of plants in the tower to get you there. What's up, what's up, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Get What You Want podcast. I have an incredible guest with me today. Her name is Jill Peters. We met on LinkedIn and there was an instant connection. And as soon as we got on a Zoom to meet, I knew exactly why. She has this beautiful, beautiful 2x2 structure that we're going to share with you. Before we do, let's introduce the one, the only, the beautiful soul, Jill Peters. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes.
So excited to be here.
I am so excited you're here. I'm so excited that we crossed paths. This is amazing. So we got on Zoom last week and already here we are doing a podcast because it's harvest time and we wanted to catch the crop before you harvested, right?
That's correct. Yep.
Yes. So before we go into that, and people are probably wondering, what is this 2x2 thing? What are they talking about? Harvesting? There's probably all kinds of thoughts going, but we're going to keep the suspense a little bit. Okay. They can probably see the light on your right side, your left side, whatever side, you know. Yeah. Yes, that side. Yes. Pointing. It's so exciting. No, don't show it yet. No, it's okay. It's okay. And anyone listening on the podcast, we will make sure, because you can't see visual, we will make sure that we describe it and that you will get an audible visual, if you will. And we highly encourage you to follow the link in the description. So we're going to have to put a link in the description straight to the YouTube channel so you can actually see the visual of it as well. So first and foremost, Jill, I want to ask you, you're here on the podcast and you shared something with me that you wouldn't typically have done this maybe a year or two or however long ago. So how long ago was that and what got you here to be on the podcast today?
Oh, well, a year and a half ago or more, I would say a year ago or more, I wouldn't have been brave enough to do this. This would have been way outside my comfort zone. But my mission and my belief in what I'm doing is so strong that I'm getting out of my own way to be here to reach as many people as possible because this is just too important. I'm trying to help people get as much plant nutrition into their bodies as possible. That's my mission. And this is one of the ways I'm doing it. And so in order to share it with the world, I need to be brave.
It's so true. And we are happy that you are, because without you being brave, you and I would have never met. And you wouldn't be here on this podcast to spread all this beautiful, valuable knowledge, information, and story to share that so many people need to hear. Because just that right there is inspiration for others who know that they have a message to share, but are too scared to come out of their shell to do it. And would you say if you've done it, anyone can do it?
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, you're my mentor tells me, the famous Bill Walsh. I absolutely love that man. And he says that your story is too big to play small. Absolutely. So thank you again for being here, Jill.
Thank you for having me.
So let's hear more about this mission of yours that got you out of your comfort zone. What is that exactly?
Well, like I said, to help as many people as possible realize that they can take control of their health through their nutrition, and that the body can heal itself if given the right conditions. And I learned about that through my own experience. You know, my story is that I come from a background in animal health and nutrition. And then I wound up with an unexpected health crisis that was life-threatening and really scary, and turned my attention to my own health and nutrition and how to heal myself. I knew from my work with animals that the body can heal itself through nutrition if given the right conditions. And I learned about what that looks like in people and in myself, and the healing power of plants is the answer among other things, among other healthy, lifestyle changes for sure. And, the fact that I was able to heal myself that way and seeing it in so many others, this is just, it's so important for everybody to know. It's really unfortunate that most people, we're not, in our society and our culture, even all over the world, we're not taught these things, and people need to know that they have the power.
Yes, we do. And that completely aligns with everything that I also believe in, because you and I have very similar stories. They wanted to do a liver transplant in me 7 years ago, and I was not having it. And I knew because I had proof, my whole life that the body healed. If I got a cut, the body healed. It made new skin. Or if someone broke their arm, I never broke anything. And I won't break anything. How about that for manifestations? That bones healed, and they healed stronger than before they were broken in that area. And also, not only that, but I went to the gym 7 days a week, and I put tears in my muscles. And when they healed stronger. So I'm thinking, if my liver, is that bad, why can't it heal, and why can't it heal stronger like everything else that the body has shown me? And you too were adamant on this whole concept as well. And so what post was it? This is curious. What post was it on LinkedIn that drew you to me?
It was a post about diet changes and plant-based, vegan and grain-free eating, and not being able to have pizza. It was a post about being able to enjoy pizza again.
Yes. Oh my gosh. My first pizza in 7 years, maybe 6 years. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. I was so happy about that. But anyone who does follow me does realize, possibly they should know, that I went vegan over 100 days ago now. I think I've lost count. I think it's like 100 and almost 20 days now. And when I first decided to go vegan, obviously clean, no processed foods, I was doing it for 30 days to just see what my benefits were. After 30 days, I'm like, I'm going to go for 90 days and just to see how I feel. And still today, I am plant-based. So my benefits have been incredible, some unexpected. And so this is why Jill and I needed to meet, because we both understand the power of plants and the healing powers for our body. And not to say that, eating meat every now and then is a negative thing, because there is a lot of great minerals in meat, and some bodies do well on meat, but you can't forget those plants, right, Jill?
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. Yep. And they wanted to take out your liver. They wanted to take out my intestines.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. They wanted to take out they told me that was the only thing I could do to avoid continuous life-threatening infections in my gut. No, that, why can't my gut heal itself? I know my gut can heal itself.
Of course.
Yep.
And
yep.
Is it
and plant matter matters. Yes, more plant matter matters. Whether you're strictly vegan or not, more plant matter matters. Yep.
Let me just ask you, was that an MD that told you that you had to take out your intestines, otherwise you would have lifelong infections? That was an MD, correct?
Correct.
Same. And why are they not educated properly. Because let's not blame it on the MD, because I'm sure that they meant well, because I always think good about people. But so then the issue here is why are our MDs not educated properly, right?
Right.
Why?
I don't know the answer to that, but I want to know the answer to that. Money, power, greed, conspiracy, corruption.
Whatever. It's
Right.
whatever it is. I know what it is not. It is not for the sake of our health.
I agree.
It is not true healthcare. I mean, I had 2 family members, very young family members, all in the same week, get 2 gallbladders removed. Obviously, 2 people, their own gallbladders, very young. I'm talking the teenager and younger 20s. In the same week, they both had their gallbladders removed. And I know with my knowledge that that is completely unnecessary. It is not necessary, but that is what the MD told them and scared the living crap out of their mother to make that decision. Fear.
Yep. They scared the living crap out of me too. But thank goodness I had the previous experience and knowledge to know that I could do this for myself. You know,
Yeah.
if I hadn't, man, I hate to think what decision I might have made.
How long ago was this, Jill?
About 4.5 years ago.
4.5 years ago. You look pretty healthy to me.
So I had some unexpected improvements as well on this journey. Yep. Well, thank you. Yeah. So my gut is healed.
Yes.
Without surgery, through nutrition and lifestyle changes and other things. All the other chronic inflammation in my body that I had just learned to live with and didn't really think much of is also now gone or extremely improved.
100% same result.
Mm-hmm.
Just in I had it within the first, I would say 30 to 60 days of going all plant-based, clean, not processed. I could not believe how much inflammation had left my body. Even an injury in my top left hamstring where it meets my glute, that's over 10 years old, that would still bother me, is no longer a bother.
Wow, I have another similar story there. My ankle, I had a chronically injured ankle, so different part of the body, but oh my gosh. Yeah, about 10 years old, almost. It'd be June of 2013. And I tore a tendon in my left ankle so bad that the doctor, again, MD specialist, orthopedist, said it would not heal without surgery. And it healed. I didn't get the surgery. It healed okay, but it was chronically inflamed all this time. And, you know, it was just part of life that my ankle was swollen and sore and, you know, and yeah, now it's not swollen. It's not sore. Doesn't bother me at all anymore.
Yeah. I had too accepted the fact that bothersome area where I had pulled either a tendon or a ligament was going to be a life thing. Just live with it, Jessica. And I feel that we are told that quite often, that, oh, you're going to have to live with that for the rest of your life, or, oh, you feel that way because you're aging. And no, everyone listening right now, no. Your body can 100% heal anything and everything as long as you give it the right tools. 100%. And your nutrition and knowing what nutrition to put into your body for the tools it needs is the answer. Yep. I mean, Jill and I are living proof right now.
Yes. There are many others. There's more of us, and we're looking for them.
Yes, please, if you are one of them, please. I'm going to give out my email, my personal email, because this is how much it means to me. If you are listening and you are one of us, okay, where you were told by an MD or whoever that you wouldn't be able to heal without surgery or removal of something, but you decided to take control of your own health and used plant or some other holistic natural method, please email me, jessica@jessicabrothers.com. All right, that is my personal email. I'm giving it out on the air because that is how much of importance that this mission is to me. Okay, Jill. So you found plant power.
Mm-hmm.
How long ago did you find plant power?
A year and a half.
Okay. So what did you do between 4.5 years ago and a year and a half ago?
I reduced inflammatory triggers.
Okay.
And so I started with elimination.
Mm.
And so I reduced or eliminated caffeine, alcohol, gluten, dairy, sugar, and processed foods.
Yes.
And that was a process for me. So it took all those years to, and I wasn't even all the way, I wasn't perfect. It was progress, not perfection.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I wasn't all the way even dialed in with all of that when I found out that it's not just about eliminating anti-inflammatory, it's about, eliminating inflammatory things, but it's about also getting in as much anti-inflammatory things as possible. So I was missing half the puzzle, so to speak. And once I added the plant power, as much of it as I could, then I really started to see the, you know, unexpected, unbelievable transformation. So I was making progress, but, you know, once I put the two together is where the real magic happened for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Our journeys are so similar, because my first year after being really, really sick, that first year I eliminated the gluten, the dairy. Maybe about 6 months later, I started eliminating alcohol, but not altogether. Every now and then I would have it, but I would have the consequence, you know, and then it went to eliminating beans, and then it went to eliminating coconut, and then it went to eliminating like everything that I became aware would trigger inflammation in my body or me feeling off. I started eliminating. So it was also an elimination diet. It was definitely a journey for sure. And that is why the no more pizza thing came in, because then it came to grains. I couldn't even eat the grains. And even gluten-free crusts or products still had grains in them. It had rice flours or oat flour or, you know, quinoa flour. I couldn't even eat quinoa. So yeah, it was nice that, you know, there's this restaurant right down the street from me in Las Vegas. And it's a pizza shop, and they pretty much sell pizza and antipasti. That's it. That's all they do. And it's all like brick oven pizza, homemade crusts. And they had gluten-free pizza. So I went in there one day and I said, do you mind if I look at the ingredients of your gluten-free crust? Because I do that everywhere I go, hoping. And it was all made with flours from root vegetables. And I was like, oh my God, I can eat this. I was so excited. So it was my first pizza in 6 years, which now I know why they exist, because I could now make a post of it that attracted Jill to me. And here we are. We're about to reveal her secret of plant power, about the thing I told her not to show, which now I'm going to probably tell her to show. But first, what is this thing to your left? What is this, and how did it change your life?
It's called a tower garden, and it is a vertical aeroponic food growing machine. Yes. And so it grows food in a very small space, it with just water. There's no dirt, there's no weeding. It can grow indoors or out. It's extremely sustainable. So it uses 90%, 98% less water than traditional soil gardening, and 90% less space. And because it's vertical, you can grow, you know, how many your ceiling is tall plants in a 2 to 3 foot diameter space. And it's really gardening, food growing for dummies, really, like no experience required, no green thumb. I don't even have house plants. I can't keep house plants alive. I live in a very small condo in a place where it's winter more than half the year. And so growing food outside is not a possibility. And this has solved all of that for me. It's literally plug and play. It grows nutrient dense food 3 times faster too. So it's amazing.
Wow, that is incredible, because I too do not do the house plant thing. Not that I don't love plants, because I do. I pay attention to plants every time I come across them. I love plants, but for whatever reason, and I hate to say this about myself because I'm such a happy, positive person, but I've always struggled with keeping a houseplant alive. I don't know what that says about me, other than the fact that, maybe this tower is what's meant for me. It gives me hope. So let me ask you, if it's just water, how do the plants get their food?
And nutrients. It's water and a liquid nutrient blend.
Okay. So it's water and liquid nutrients, and of course, the light obviously also gives it its food as well.
Yes, and so if you can grow on one of these indoors or outdoors, and if you're indoors, you do need the artificial grow lights, even in a room with windows, because even if you've got a lot of sun exposure and windows in your house, if your windows are older than 1970, I think it is, there's UV blockers in there on purpose, which is a good thing for us, but it blocks the spectrum of UVs that the plants need to thrive. And so you do need lights indoors, even if you have a lot of sunlight indoors. I'm in a room with no windows, so definitely need the lights.
Got it. How big is the circumference of that?
Either 2 to 3 feet. There's 2 different models. So there's a smaller one and a bigger one.
Okay. What can you grow in it, and what can't you grow in it?
You can't grow root vegetables.
Okay.
You can grow any and all herbs, greens of any kind, and a wide variety of flowering plants, vegetables, just no root crops.
Got it. Okay. I am so in love with this thing. I am famous. I don't want to say infamous. I am famous for eating bagged lettuce right out of the bag. Like, I will buy bags of lettuce at like Trader Joe's and open it up and stick a fork in it and just eat it as a snack. Or I will buy a little container of microgreens and sit there and snack on the whole thing. Like, those are my snacks, and they're also part of my main meal. That is how much I love my greens in all sorts, because you got to have a variety, right? You got to eat the rainbow. And, the rainbow doesn't always necessarily mean different colors. Yes, eating the rainbow is different colors, but even within different lettuces or greens, there's an abundance or an array of variations of micronutrients. And I stress this all the time. When people are hungry, just know that signal is not how much you eat. That signal is saying, satisfy the micronutrients that I need. Otherwise, that hunger signal is going to go back on. It's why you can be hungry again an hour after you eat a ton of Chinese food, right? I mean, we all know that joke. It's because there's no nutritional density in it. So that hunger signal is, I need this vitamin and this mineral and this vitamin and this mineral. And as soon as you satisfy it, it is turned off. So it's not about calories. It's not about volume. It is about satisfaction of your micronutrients, because those are the tools your body needs to go through your genetic processes, mainly your methylation, to be delivered to the over 200 functions in your body, so you can function. Your body can function. That's pretty important.
Exactly. I tell people the same thing. We are not calorie deficient. We are nutrient deficient. Almost every single chronic health issue leads to a nutrient deficiency and inflammation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The presence of disease is the absence of oxygen and micronutrients. So when you bring in oxygen and micronutrients, the presence of disease dissipates. And it's a beautiful thing. And if people knew that, and they are right now, whoever's listening, now you know this. Now you know this. You have the power in your hands to dissipate any symptom that you are dealing with. As soon as you know exactly what nutrition you are deficient in, which is why genetic testing and a few other tests are so important, you can give your body the exact tools you need to thrive. So this tower, okay, Let's take a look at it. I'm ready. Are you guys ready? Let's take a look at it. I'm going to describe it, or actually I'll have Jill describe it because she's the expert here. She's been using this thing for a year and a half, and
All right.
it's beautiful.
So
look at that.
Here is, there's the whole thing.
So it has bottom in the base.
This one has a 2-foot base.
Okay.
So it's 2 feet in diameter around. There's wheels. There's wheels on the bottom.
Nice.
So you can roll it around. And I have a variety of lettuces, basil on this one right now. We've got some beet greens, some chard.
Yes.
There are some baby strawberries in here. I'm going to be growing strawberries indoors in the winter. How cool is that? And microgreens, microgreens on the top there.
Max.
And you know, you can customize this however you want. And it grows so fast that you can change it. Yep.
So how long did it take to get that harvest?
Well, these are all in some pretty different stages right now, but the lettuce that I'm gonna eat tonight, you can just pick this off and eat it. The lettuce and the greens here, I would say this is about a couple weeks. So I left for a trip mid-October, and I cut everything down right before I left. So this is about a couple weeks worth of growth.
Wow. Incredible.
Yep. And if you time it right, you know, you can have however many heads of lettuce on here. You can see the lights.
You can plant strategically, so every few days or every week.
You can have a continual harvest. Yes, exactly.
Wow. We're going to go back to that. Hold on. I want to ask a couple of questions.
Yeah.
The base, I saw an opening at the base. Is that where you pour the water?
Yes.
Okay. Let's show that.
So it's actually running right now, and I'd love to show it if I can, but I don't know. So right in here.
Okay. Got it. And there's a dial at the very top. What's that dial for? Oh, there we go. Okay. Opening it up. Oh, I see.
There's the water in there.
See some dripping happening. Yes.
And it runs up. So the water, there's a fish pump in there in the bottom reservoir. There's just a regular small fish pump, and it pumps the water up the tower.
Okay.
And there's a shower cap at the top, which we can't see because the light timer is high. So this is the timer for the lights. Everything is automated. The fish pump is on the timer for the water, and the lights are on a timer, so completely automated. And it runs up, and then it showers the water down the tower. It's called aeroponics. So there's no dirt. There's a growing medium, but the roots are just hanging out in there in the middle of that column. And they get like a shower of water.
Incredible.
And nutrients.
Absolutely incredible. Wow. And so let me ask you one more question.
Sure.
How much would you say it costs to run that each month?
So it's the cost of running a small fish tank pump and 4 LED lights. So pretty minimal.
Whoa.
Like four LED light bulbs, as we know, they're very energy efficient. These are LEDs.
Yes.
And a small fish tank pump. So very minimal.
Wow. And anyone who is also noticing the rise of food going up, number one, this sounds like a very economical way to get your food. And number two, also realizing the importance of eating the food in your own environment. I don't even think people understand how important it is to eat food in the environment you live in, because of all the things in the air. Once you're eating that, it actually creates a stronger immune system. Right now, most of our produce is made in Mexico or across the US or wherever. Most of it is not in the area we live in unless you go to a local farm or a local farmer's market that the farm is actually within, a few miles of your area. All of that food that you eat in your area is so healthy for your body. It creates your gut biome. It creates your a stronger immune system. It creates your defense against allergies. Most people don't realize this. So here you are, economical way. Yeah, here's an economical way to grow your food, be in control of your food, not even have to leave your house to shop for it. And it's an environment that's close to you that you maintain, you know what goes in it, and it's organic. I mean, you can't get better than that.
Now, I would also add that nutrient density of food is so important. And so the fresher it is, the longer it takes from when food is picked until it gets into your body, it loses nutrient value the longer that takes. And so and also the food, unfortunately, most people don't realize it's just how things are. The produce in your grocery store was picked weeks before ripeness. So they pick it before it's ripe, and it ripens on the trucks, on the whatever, on the way to the store, and then on the shelf. Yep, yes. On the shelf at the store. And so it does not have anywhere near the nutrient value as food that you grow yourself, because I can pick this in its perfectly ripened state with the most nutrient value, and it's tower to table. I literally pick it off my tower, put it in my mouth, put it in my bowl. And so we're cutting down on all of that resources as well to ship food and package food. Yeah. So the freshness of it and the nutrient value you can't beat, as anyone that actually grows their own food knows.
Yeah. And if you're getting that much more nutrition out of every square inch or square centimeter of your food, you're satiated a lot sooner, which means you actually eat a lot less too, which, I mean, there's a whole nother show on how healthy that is for your gut to not have to metabolize so much food all day long, every day, and brain health on top of it. It's, oh my God, the health benefits. I mean, we could go on and on and on. That tower right there is, I mean, just implementing that. If you're not going to do anything else and you implement that tower, so much in your life will change. So much in your life will change without you even realizing what it's going to be until you actually experience it. I promise you. Wow.
This thing, the possibilities to make an impact with this thing they really are limitless. If you think about in schools, in classrooms. So I'm really passionate about towers in classrooms because, teaching the next generation about where their food comes from. And, kids that grow fresh greens, eat fresh greens. Let me tell you, kids love this. And so, classrooms, community centers, nursing homes, really the possibilities are endless to get this nutrition to people.
I absolutely love that, Jill. Absolutely love that. Wow. I know I am going to get in line for one of these. I know that my partner, she also is going to get in line for one of these. And I highly recommend anyone listening right now that you also get in line to get one of these, because if it's not for the future of our food, and if it's not for the future for you, if you have kids, to help them eat better and help them understand how food grows and have them be a part of growing the food, therefore they will eat it. It's for your own health. It really is. And maybe you are healthy right now. And if you are, great. I love that. And keep at it. But I can tell you right now, unfortunately, with our environment in our food system, which is going down and down and down, your body is already on some pathways to dis-ease, because this was just published. This was just published in, I think it was PubMed. I could be saying that wrong, but the Mayo Clinic just did a statistic that 97.3% of the US population is considered unhealthy. That means 2.7, if I'm doing my math right, only 2.7% of the US population is considered healthy. And let me go over the guidelines, which actually determine whether you are considered healthy. You have to fit 4 factors, okay? You have to exercise daily. You have to not smoke, okay? You have to hit all these 4. You have to exercise daily. You have to not smoke. You have to be a healthy body weight, which we all know what their ramifications are for that. And you have to eat healthy. which again, we know what their ramifications are for that. So if you hit all 4 of those in consideration of the guidelines that they put out there, only 2.7% of the US population hit those 4. And to my standards, those are low standards. So how much of the US population is actually really healthy?
Interesting correlation. The CDC put out last year that that 90% of people in our country eat the recommended amount of fruits and vegetables. So if 90% of us are not eating the recommended amounts of fruits and vegetables and 97% of us are unhealthy, I wonder. Yes. I wonder if there's a correlation there.
There absolutely is. And
exactly.
We're in a time right now where the aggressive rise of chronic disease is at an all-time, and it is climbing. And that is so sad to me. For anyone who has children like I do, a 7-year-old son, what is his future going to be? Because he is taught about proper nutrition, how the body functions. You know, if someone's living under my roof, it is talked about all day, every single day. But what about the kids that aren't taught that? Because I know he is abnormal. Not abnormal. He is, that came out really wrong. Meaning he's the
exception. He's the exception to the rule.
He's got information that is abnormally taught. How about that? To children or to all of us, right? Yeah, he is an exception to the rule for sure. And that to me is sad. That to me is
But really we want to change the rule. That's why we're here.
100% Jill. 100%. That is why Jill got out of her comfort zone. That is why she is now arm in arm with me. She's never getting away. And her and I and whoever else wants to join us who aligns with our mission and the partners that I'm bringing on, to my journey, my network of Kingdom Health to really support the mission to impact the health of the world by not just stopping, but reversing the momentum of aggressive chronic disease by educating people with the proper information so they are empowered to make the right choices for themselves. That is what we are doing. It is a serious mission, and it will be done. That is a non-negotiable for me. It will be done. So we need everyone that can join us because we need to be far and deep and wide and loud. Jill, any last words you'd like to say to our listeners today?
Oh, well, if you take away nothing else, take away from this that more plant matter matters. Get as much plant nutrition into your body as possible.
Yes. Amen to that. I 100% agree. 100%. Plants are healing. They're so healing. And our body can heal itself. So you put the two together, it's magical. Absolutely, for sure. So Jill, how can we find you to get more information on one of these towers?
Definitely. Can we include a link in the description?
Yes. So everyone go down to the description. Doesn't matter what platform you're on. I promise you it will be in there. So we will put a link in the description so that you can get more information on one of these towers so that you can contribute to your own health and the health of the world and spread it far and wide, guys, because if you already have one, then you know someone who also needs one. And if you don't have one, you still know someone who also needs one. Jill, thank you so much for being here today. What a pleasure to have you. What a message. So thank you.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be connected with you on this mission.
Yes, absolutely. You got it. Everyone who is listening, if you like the episode you are listening to today, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, just click whatever button is below, no matter what platform you're on. If you want to hear more from the Get What You Want podcast. And we also have a Get What You Want Hack Your Health series with my partner, Dr. Michelle Lynn. Oh my gosh, this is incredible. Until next time, guys, rock your day, own your day, love yourself a little more today.